Hey everybody, it's Doug here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to my continued playthrough of Darkest Night 2nd Edition. We're in, I don't know, many turns in and trying to defeat the Necromancer. We're about, I don't know, probably halfway through the game or so. I'm starting to get some momentum, but it's taken a long time. I think it may be too late to gain the momentum. We need to actually win the game. We'll see, but we're going to get started right away. And I think we'll kick it off. I'm not going to waste any preamble. I do want to say, I know I owe you guys some information on the giveaway for Marvel Zombies Heroes. I'm going to give you that update in a very short, just the next few days. But I had to overcome a thing with my pinched nerve and my shoulder. It was rough, and I'm getting better now, so that's why I've been able to do some filming. But I will get to that giveaway, I promised. So just want to say that up front. But let's get started. All right, so we are going to start with the Druid. Why? Because he's already in the monastery, so he's been hanging out there. I got a little health for him. I think he's gonna stay there one more turn. We might actually, or he might take an action to change his form. I think we're going to do that. He's going to take an action to change from his sprite form to raven form. It says deactivate all other forms, optionally activate. So we're going to do that. +1 die when searching. When you travel, you may move 2 spaces, but you cannot gain grace. Now he's a little damaged, but he's not that bad, so we'll be okay there. And I think he'll be able to survive. Not in a bad place. All right. Unfortunately, that's the end of his turn. Now, he's in the monastery, so we did not draw a event card for him. Okay. Next up, I think we'll go with the acolyte. He's way up in the castle, so we're going to see what he gets for his event. An electrical storm. Roll 3 dice, then pick and resolve 2 of them. Okay, well, let's do that. Let's get 3 dice out. We'll pick and resolve 2 of them. Hopefully it's nothing too terrible, because we may have to run away. Okay, we got a 2-1-1. That's going to be bad. Wow. Did he just die? Oh my gosh. I think he just died. It says roll 3, pick 2. Well, he's got 1 grace, so he'll lose 1 grace. Puts him down to 0. And all I have is 1s and 2s, so... Oh my gosh, our guy just died. I cannot believe that I lost a character. Wow, and that's the one with the cool armor and stuff. Oh, yeah. You know what, though? No, I wouldn't have known this, so I took a chance and I lost. Okay, I wonder if we can add... I wonder if I can use a spark to add a die here. Could save his life. You know, I mean, I just don't know. I'm going to look up about adding sparks just to be sure. Wow, what a bad stroke of luck. Our acolyte is dead. He had only 1 grace and he just took 2 grace hits. So he is kaput. Going to return all his stuff. Now, what happens now? The darkness track automatically goes up by 1, which I just adjusted. He goes away. Of course, all his powers go away. Now, if there was a hero in his same space, they would get the ghost mail, but there's not, so they don't. Wow, this was a rough thing, man. And now we're going to get to pick another hero next turn. All they're going to do next turn is appear, though. And they're going to start, or they're going to have 1 less grace and 1 less secrecy as their default, which is absolutely awful. But we'll see how this goes, and we'll play out the rest of this turn. So, the electrical storm hit, and our acolyte was killed. By the electrical storm, not by me. What a way to go. He's like, I'm a hero. No, you're not. You're going to die by an electrical storm, not by doing anything cool. Okay, so I guess next up we'll go with the ranger. The ranger is currently in the swamp, and I do believe that the ranger is going to move, but first we have to draw the ranger's event card. Hopefully it's not going to kill him. Host of Haunts. Well, you never know. Secrecy. Well, secrecy is 5, so it's going to be 4+. It says the hollow moans and shrieks come from all directions, wrapping you in a numbing dread. We have to roll either a defend for a 6 or elude for a 6. Now, where we're at, there's nothing that changes our elude attempt. No, we just can't use any bonuses. So as an action, we will use Erase the Hair to try and elude it. and maybe it'll force a move on us, which wouldn't even be a bad thing, but we need to get a 6. So we're likely to lose. If we lose, we just lose a secrecy, so it's not the end of the world. We did not get a 6, we got a 3 and a 4. So we did not elude it. We lost a secrecy. That puts the ranger down to 4 secrecy. Not terrible. And then we get to take our action. Now, I could stay there and destroy a blight. I think that might be the right thing to do. We can start by destroying these zombies. That might be the right way to go. Then we don't have to defend ourselves there later. So he's going to attack the blight. That's going to put his secrecy down to 3 now. I mean, losing a lot of secrecy fast. And he will use his... we can't use any bonuses, so his Feral Spirit is offline right now. But we can use this tactic, fight with 3 dice. If the highest die equals the target number, then we take both effects. So we're going to fight with 3 dice against... We need to have a target number of 5. 5 and a 6. So the highest number is not equal to the target number, and we destroyed the blight. So there are no longer 3 blights there, but he's down to 2 secrecy. Not great, but we did get something done this turn. Okay, next up we got the rogue. Now the rogue is in a bit of trouble. He's there with the necromancer, so his secrecy is 0. He's got to get out of there. Otherwise, it just went to 0, so the necromancer doesn't get to attack him right now. But betrayal, lose 1 secrecy. He's already at the bottom. That wasn't so bad. It says only 3 other people knew about the rendezvous. Yet, when you arrive, it is swarming with the dead. So, yeah, we went to a rendezvous in the forest. The necromancer was there, targeted us, and came after us. I would love to stay and do this, but we can't. Well, we see, I get minus die to elude. This is a rough game. This has been a really, really tough game. So what we're going to do is we're going to see... He's going to go to the monastery, I think. He's running to the monastery. That'll increase his secrecy back up to 1. Because he's hurt, too. So he's going to have to pray next turn. He just ran away. We're going to lose this. There's no question about it at this point, I feel. Like, we're taking a pummeling on this game right now. Okay, that was his turn. So, he was betrayed in the forest. So, the necromancer and an army of undead showed up when he was trying to use the smuggler's tunnels. He had to flee back to the monastery to save his life. It says, oh wait, you know what though? This bonus would come into play. Gain a spark when you spend or use your stealth power to avoid spending. So we would gain another spark. He's got 3 right now, which is good. Because of the, he lost, it says gain a spark when you spend, not lose. I'm going to take that back. We didn't lose a secret. We lost it because Necromancer's there. We didn't spend it based on one of his powers. So he's still at 2. Okay, but we're back at the monastery and safe and sound. But that, unfortunately, ends the turn of the players. So we're going to go with the Necromancer. There are no quests on the board, so the darkness track's just going to go up 1. Then we're going to roll for the Necromancer's movement. The only one you can see is the Ranger, who has a secrecy of 3 right now. Rolled a 5, so he definitely sees the Ranger. I think we're going to send him to the village, where he'll drop another blight down in the village. It's going to be an omen. Omen in the village. Find the omens. There they are. While we're there, we're going to choose the higher fate events if we start our turn there. So we want to move in there and kill the omen. There's now 4 blights in the village. By the way, this game is not meant to be won all the time. So there you have it. But that's what he does. And so we're going to reset everybody's game. And I got to go get another character. I was not expecting to have to do that. Let me go do that. All right, out of the monastery comes the Enchantress, or the Enchanter. She has come to help. Now, she comes into play. She can't take her action turn. I didn't bother to put her out at the end of the last turn because she couldn't do anything. So she's out there now. Unfortunately, she comes in weaker than the other players. So she's 1 less default grace and secrecy. She also only comes in with 2 powers. So I gave her 1 power landlore, exhaust to gain 2 sparks, and optionally travel. And then I gave her ride the ether. That's a tactic. Elude with 2 dice. Refresh one of your powers if you roll a 6. But that's all she's got. So that is not wonderful. But I think for the first action, we're going to go with the Druid on this turn. He's in his Raven form. Now, he can move twice, but I'm not going to do that. He's just going to move here. And that will put him up secrecy. He's now at 3 secrecy, and he's up there in the mountains. But that's his entire turn. There's no blights up there to deal with or contend with. Oh wait, no, never mind that. I didn't want him to go to the mountains. I want him to go to the forest. Sorry, the forest, rather. So he could move 2, but I'm not going to worry about that. And we'll see where this goes. So that was his turn. Now I got 3 characters in the monastery. The rogue is going to stay there. We'll take his turn next because the rogue is going to pray at the monastery. Not really into prayer, this rogue, but we're going to do it. It says roll 2 dice for each 3 plus, gain a grace and refresh of power. Yeah, so I think every turn... No, never mind. Okay, we're going to roll that. And let's see if we can do that. So we're going to roll 2 dice, and for every 3 we're going to gain a grace. Hopefully get 2 2s. So he gained nothing, so he's got 1 grace. He's going to have to stay there a whole nother turn. Could my luck be getting any worse? I just don't know. So that's his turn. No, it's already too late. I have to use the sparks in advance. Okay, I guess the enchanter will go next. The enchanter has a secrecy of 4, grace. I think we're going to go to... We will send the enchanter up to the mountains. Try and get away from or skirt around the necromancer. Probably should have... No, I remember why I sent the druid there, because of the search capability of the raven form. Okay, she goes there. And with that, she's going to use her landlore to exhaust to gain 2 sparks and optionally travel. So that's what she did. And so she's got 2 sparks now. That is good. That is helpful to her. That is her turn. So we only have left the ranger. The ranger's the only one out on the board. What's the ranger going to do? The ranger could become a magnet for the necromancer. It's not a bad idea. But I think, let's see, ranger's abilities. He's got a lot of bonuses. Wow. And we can't use bonuses in the swamp, so we're definitely going to move on from there. I think we will move... We're going to move to the castle. That will put his secrecy up to a 4. And then when he's there, that's his action. So then when he's there, he's going to have to elude or fight off the wraiths. It's a 4 to fend them off, or 5 to elude. I think he'll use his Race the Hare to try and elude the specters. He needs a 5 or better. He also, see, he couldn't use his Feral Spirit there because he moved out of there. And yeah, that sucks. We're losing a lot of stuff with this. Okay, 1 and a 2. Good Lord. So he failed to elude them, and he goes down to 2 grace. I don't think I've rolled above a 2 in the last 3 or 4 rolls. Okay, well, he didn't fend them off. He got attacked by the specters and lost a grace. They found his body hunkering, and huddled, all emaciated, sucked dry of life force from the specters, and then also suddenly came back to life, and his god had infused him with energy once again. But now he's down to 2 grace. We're not going to win this, y'all. We're just not. Okay, well, that's the end of everybody's turn. So that's that. I'm going to go back around. We got everybody out of the monastery except for the rogue, because the rogue's luck is worse than mine, which is shocking. Okay, let's see. So we're going to go on to the necromancer. We're going up to 14 on the darkness track. There's no quests out. We're just going to roll to see what the necromancer sees. See, now I can roll great with the necromancer. Sees everybody. I think I'm going to... Now, when he sees everybody, I just got to remember this. When he sees everybody, can I do something with that? I think I can. Move towards the closest hero, breaking ties randomly. Okay. Well, there's 3, so we're going to have to break ties randomly. We got sees all 3 of these characters. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A 5. Okay, good. That's kind of what I wanted to happen. Moves up to the castle, where he will drop a blight in the castle. It's going to be some zombies. Zombies aren't terrible unless your dice rolls are as bad as mine are right now. Okay, that's his turn. So we're going to go back around to our characters, see if we can get anything done. I think we'll start with the druid who's down in the forest. We're going to see what his event is. Did I forget to draw an event for the ranger? I don't remember. Well, if I did, I did. I'm losing anyway, so it's okay. I just don't remember. I'll go back and check. If I did, we'll figure it out. Okay, but the druids, I had everybody moving out of the monastery, so I may have forgotten. Runs into a dead servant. Okay, so it says, compared to secrecy, it's a 3. Right here is archers, a 4 and 4. The rotten smell informs you that this one, like most of the necromancer's minions, has been dead for some time. Okay, it's a dead archer. We've got a 4/4. We're going to dilute it with our special ability, our camouflage ability. It allows us to loot with 2 dice, except we're only going to loot with 1 dice because of where we're at. So we're very likely to lose here, and we'll see how this goes. So we're going to loot with 1 dice. Now, you know, if I was the necromancer, I could probably pull this off. I need to get a, was it a 4? Where'd the card go? Where'd I put it? It's a 4, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, okay. Need to roll 4. 2. Oh, of course not. So the druid goes down by another point. I just guess I can't roll. It's kind of crazy. I don't know what to think about this. Okay. We're going to try this smuggler's run there. We just are going to do a search. Now, because he's in his raven form, he gets +1 die when I can move 2 spaces, or when I search, I can gain a die. So we're going to do that. We're going to do this one, the smuggler's run. It says +2 clues if 5+ rolled while searching here. So I think we're going to roll. I'm going to spend a spark because we want to get the clues, right? So I'm going to spend the spark to get 3 dice. Let's see if we can pull this off. Come on, a 5. Oh, got a 5. Thank God. Okay. So we do get 1 there. And it says once this task is complete, which we just did, heroes gain an extra 2 secrecy while hiding in here. So that's where we're at now. So this has been completed. We have done that. We're going to put a little key marker on there to show that that has been completed. Okay, and that's it for the druid. So we got some secrets out of there. We're getting closer. We're at a 4 out of 10 that we need, but the darkness track is moving on pretty strongly. Okay, let's see who's going to go next. We'll go with the enchanter up here. See what she gets. So we're going to draw her event card. Occultist. It's a 5 or 3 to lewd. Win a fight, I get to reduce the darkness track 1. With the lewd, no effect. The weaker things, stay away from him. This one's important. It's a cultist. Man, I'd like to fight him. I got 2 sparks. I think I'm going to spend both sparks and try. Yeah, I'm going to try and beat him. I need a 5. Because if I do that, I get to put the darkness track down 1. Oh, 2 5s. Fantastic. We did succeed in defeating him, and the darkness track goes down by 1 to 13. That's actually helpful. But now that we're there, we're going to do a search. Unfortunately, I spent all her sparks to do that, so the search roll is just going to be a straight up roll. A 4. We succeeded. Nice. Okay, so we're going to draw a card, a map card, and look in the mountains. What do we get? Oh, we're going to get a quest in the mountains. It's not the worst thing in the world, better than something bad, right? So let's see what we get in a quest up there with the enchantress. And we get the ancient curse. It says we need 2 successes, got 5 time. Roll 2 dice. We get 1 for each success of a 4+. If we complete it, we get a mystery. This is good. If it expires, we all lose a grace. That's very bad. So we're going to do this one while she's there. A long forgotten bit of black magic has somehow been revived. Solve the riddle of its reappearance before it finishes its grim work. So we're going to do that quest as quickly as possible while we're there. It just says we have taken action there, so that's okay. All right, that is her turn. I think we'll go on to the rogue. The rogue is going to attempt to pray. I told you he wasn't good at praying. He didn't get anything last time. Let's see what he gets this time. A 6, so he got 1 grace. He's now at 2. It's better than a sharp stick in the eye. And all his powers already refreshed, so that's all that happens there. Okay. And then that is his turn. And last but not least, we have our ranger. The ranger is up there with the necromancer, so secrecy goes down to a 3. Oh, he was at a 4, yeah. Now it goes down to a 3. So he's only got 3 secrecy right now. He's got a lot of stuff up there. If I take them on, I'm going to have to fight something. He's got 2 grace. Not fantastic. So what can we do? As an action, I can move. No, that doesn't help. The pathfinding doesn't help. That just it's moving. Just everybody gets to move with him and gain a secrecy. I think I'm going to move him. Yeah. Okay, we're going to move as our action. Wait, I got to draw the his event card. Okay, let's see what he gets. Raid. Count the blights in your location 3. Okay. Lose 1 grace and 1 secrecy. Oh my gosh. So he's down to a 1 grace now and 2 secrecy. That's fantastic. So he's going to move. He does get his feral spirit this time, where it says, when instructed to gain secrecy, you may instead gain 2 secrecy or gain 1 spark. He's going to gain the 2 secrecy, go back up to 4, and move into the mountains with the enchanter. Maybe we can help get that curse done quickly and do some more searching there. I guess that's the end of his turn. That is bad. Everybody's gone again. This is not a good game for us at all. All right, we do have a quest, so now we're going to put a quest marker, time token, which looks like this, on this quest. It's going to be there for 5 turns, and then the darkness track goes up to 14 again, and the necromancer rolls a 5. So he sees everybody, and he's going to move with them to the mountains, which is not what I wanted to have happen. I was hoping he'd roll low, but he doesn't. Okay, in the mountains, we're going to get a stigma. That is one of the worst ones. Look at that. -2 default grace. That means it doesn't kill us, but it means that, like, my ranger can't go up above 2, for example. And it takes 5, and we lose 1 grace if we try to defeat it. So this is very bad. Now, we wanted to stay there and try and solve the ancient curse, but I just don't know how that's going to work at this point. We'll see. We'll see. Wow, that is tough. Okay, well, we're back around to our characters' turns. See if we can get anything done at all. Okay, I think we'll go with the ranger. No, we'll start with the druid first. Let's start with the druid's turn there. Oh, he encountered a demon. That is not good. A demon in the woods. Compared with secrecy is only a 4. So it's going to be a feral demon. A stench of sulfur and with a fiery glow tells you immediately what manner of fiend you are facing. This is lose 2 secrecy if we. It's a fearful demon. So we're going to lose 2 secrecy if we fail. It's a 3 to fight, a 2 to elude, or 4 to elude. I think we're going to fight him off. We've got better odds at that, and same dice. So except it's -1 elude there. So we're going to roll 2 dice, and we rolled a 6. So we did fend off the demons. We don't have to worry about that. Okay, then we're going to take our action to move. We're going to lose a secrecy and not gain 1 there. That is a drag. Well, we can move 2, can't we? We can move 2. But I don't really want to move to the... Because we can't... Do we have bonuses now? See, I need to go someplace where we get more clues. I got to go here. So we're just going to be a wash on secrecy. Normally I would gain 1, but I also lose 1, so he's still at a 3. At least he's a couple of moves away from the necromancer. Now he's got some revenants there, 5 strength or 4 to elude, and again there's another evil presence there, so he's going to try and fight them off. Even though it's a 5, he's at least got 2 dice to fight them off with his animal companion. Do I want to do that? Well, if I elude, I only get 1 die. He's out of spark, so yeah, we're going to try and fight it off. Let's see if we get it. A 4 and a 1, we failed. I would have succeeded if so we failed, so I lose a grace, and here's the problem. If we fail, our animal companion goes down by 1, or is exhausted, so we have to hide or something there to try and help figure that out. That is his turn, so he got over to there. We're going to see if he can gain some more secrets, maybe kill the revenants. We'll see. All right, we are back around to the rogue in the monastery. He's going to move. I can use the smuggling network. I can exhaust to move to an adjacent location and gain 2 sparks as an action. So we're going to, or gain 2 secrecy. So we're going to do this. We're going to use the smuggling network to move down to here, where we will gain 2 secrecy. That puts him back up to a 3. So he's a little better off there, and he's a couple of ways away from the necromancer. Now we didn't draw an event card because that's where he's at. So that is going in his turn. Okay, we'll go to the enchanter. The enchanter goes down to a 3 secrecy. We're going to draw an event card. Grim Tidings. Draw a quest and roll 1 die to determine its location. This is not bad. She delivers the news with a somber face. Okay, we get another quest on the board. It's not a bad thing. Let's see what we get. Ghoul infestation. This is going to be at a random location, I think. Yes, there's no place it goes. Fight versus 4. Each success is a 1. If we complete it, we get to draw a search result. If it expires, it's going to be +1 to the darkness track. The ghouls have grown so numerous, they're starting to attack the living for food. Cull their numbers to keep people safe. Okay, let's see where this is going to go. I got a die on the board. It's going to go on the 5, which means it's going to go where? Oh, into here. Not so bad. Okay. So the ghouls are clambering out of the ruins and going and attacking people and eating them. That's not great. But that is her. And now for her action, she's got to do something good there. I think we're going to stay there for one more turn, and we're going to roll. We're going to roll for the mystery, the ancient curse that's there. So it says roll 2 dice. She doesn't have any sparks, so it's just going to be 2 dice, and for every 4+, she gets a success. Maybe we'll get lucky. 3 and a 6, we didn't get that lucky, but we do have 1 success on it. Here is the success marker. We'll put it right here. We need 1 more to complete that, and that is the end of her turn. Okay, I mean, it's likely the necromancer is just going to stay there. We're going to have to run, so hopefully we get this done now. Okay, the ranger's there, so the ranger's going next. The ranger has to lower his secrecies down to 3 as well. Gains an event. Mind Blast. This has happened to him so many things. He can't spend a grace. Well, he can. He'd be down to 0. Does he have a power to get rid of a card? No, he doesn't. Okay, it says everything is white, then everything is pain, then everything is blank. We're going to exhaust the powers because he's going to go back to the monastery after this. He's going to spend 1 more turn there. He's got no powers, but we're going to roll 2 dice to try and complete that quest. The ancient curse. Come on, we just need 1 success, a 4. A 6 and a 5. So we succeeded at completing this ancient curse quest that was there. And why was that important to me? Because of the ability to get another mystery on the board. So we're going to discard that. We're going to get the mystery deck out. We're going to draw a mystery. So after destroying the ancient curse, we've discovered something else that's going to guide us to our end result there. Pray for guidance. This is going to be at the monastery. Trying times can test men's faith, but also forge it anew. Those who shut themselves in quiet places and listen carefully may emerge with new wisdom. So this is going to give us 2, so we're up to 6 now. We're almost to the point where we can get a relic. Permanent, +2 clues if your grace increases by 2 or more from a single prayer action. Well, we know we need to do that, right? So we're going to probably have somebody in need go camp out there. This is a permanent thing. So we found this guidance prayer that was being probably buried underneath the cursed objects that we were trying to get rid of, and we succeeded. But that is going to mark the end of his turn, and he's got no powers left. So next turn, I think he's just run away. He's in trouble. Okay, and it's very likely Necromancer is going to stay there and drop another blight. So that's probably the best thing that both of them can do. Okay, we are out of trouble. We're going to put the darkness track up to 15. Not good. We've got a quest token that's got to go on the board. We're going to burn a time on the ghoul infestation in the ruins. And then the necromancer will move. Let's see what he does. He rolled a 6, so he does see he stays right where he's at. He's going to drop a blight in the mountains. He knows there's bad guys up in the mountains. He's going to send some specters after him to try and kill them. And see if we can get them. Let's find some specters. Shades. Skeleton specters. Here we go. Okay. There are these specters. They look like that. And they're going up in the mountains. So we're definitely going to be leaving the mountains. We're leaving. So we got to get out of there fast. Yeah. All right. Well, that's the end of his turn. So we're going to go back to our characters' turns. I told you I'd be doing a longer episode. I wanted to get a bunch of turns in and see how close we can get to completing the game. So it doesn't drag on too long. And I got something else I want to get to the table that you guys will enjoy. Okay, so back around, I think we'll just start with the Ranger. The Ranger's going to draw his event card. Let's see what it is. Urgent Plea. Draw a quest and roll 1 die to determine its location, then add a marker to it. Tears stream down her face as she tells you the tale. So we went from famine to feast. Now we got quests all over the board. We got mysteries all over the board, and another quest. Hopefully it's not one. Oh, not great. Thieves' Den, we're going to roll where this is. We elude versus 4. Each success gives us a 1. A complete, we get a treasure chest expired, +1 to darkness track. A band of thieves have made off with many of the town's valuables. Steal them back and cement the people's support. Okay, well, let's see where this goes. We'll roll a die. It's going to go in the 1. So it appeared here in the forest. That makes sense that a den of thieves has gone down to the forest. And we're going to put a time marker on it already. So there's only 3 turns left on that quest. Luckily, we have the rogue there. Maybe he can take care of that. Okay, yeah, let's do this. So his action, I'm not going to stay there. So we're going to move back to here. That will increase his secrecy to 4. He does not get to refresh his powers until he prays next turn. So that's it for him. We will then move on to the Enchanter. The Enchanter has no reason to stay there, but we do have to draw an event card. Let's see, the Bar Guest. Okay, it's a 4/4, fail. If we fight, we lose. If we fail, lose, we lose. We're going to do that one. It creeps through the mist, slowly circling around you. Its eyes glow like coals. Okay, we're going to try and elude it. Now, she has a talent. It says elude with 2 dice, and if I roll a 6, I get to refresh one of her powers. A 2 and a 2. So we didn't elude or anything. We lost a secrecy instead. So we're down to 2 secrecy. And then she's going to move for her action into the monastery and gain a secrecy. So she's back up to 3. And we're going to do some praying there to try and see if we can find the source of the relic. We're close. We're close. And we know if we pray, we might get lucky and find it. Okay, who's next? That was the Enchantress. So we got the Rogue here. The Rogue's event is going to be a vengeful spirit, a breath of wind, a darkness among the trees. Something has ceased its repose. Okay, it's compared to secrecy. Secrecy is only a 3. That's not great. It's a shadow, so 4 to defense, 6 to elude. Failure is lose a grace. We don't want to lose a grace. What can we do? Well, we can spend a secrecy to fight it, and I think that's what we're going to have to do right now. Or we can just vanish. Except there's an elude. We elude with 1 dice less, so we're not going to do that. We're going to ambush it. We're going to spend a secrecy. He's down to 2 right now. And it'll give us 3 dice to fight off the vengeful spirit. Let's see. A 4, 4, and a 2. We succeed. Okay, look, it was a 4 to defend. I thought we failed again, but it was a 4 to defend. So we're okay there. And then he's going to take his action. For his action, he is going to fight. God, he'll go down to 1 secrecy. He's going to track the necromancer into the village, which is not good. That'll put a blight in the monastery, which means we're going to have to take care of that blight in the monastery. 1 person's going to have to go and deal with that. Is that the worst thing that happens? I don't know. Or I can move and gain 3 secrecy and just keep on moving. God, I want to get that ghoul infestation. But if I fight it with my... Well, I can fight it without my special ability. I only need 2 successes. I can just stay there and fight it and not lose a secrecy. I can spend a spark instead. Let's do that. We're going to stay there. We're not going to use our ambush tactic. We're just going to fight it. We're going to spend a spark. It'll give us 2 dice. So we could, if we get 2 4s, we could succeed at this right away. We got a 3 and a 5, so we did not. But we did get to put a quest marker on it. We got 1 success there. Now he's got to elude or fight off the revenants. We're going to spend our other spark to fight them off as well. We need a 5. A 6, perfect. So we did not lose a grace there. That was taking a chance, but we needed to do it. We gotta make headway on these things. It's just awful. Okay. Let's see. Where to now? We're gonna. Well, all we have left is our druid. Who? Wait. I did that wrong. Actually, this is the rogue right here. We take all that back. Okay. We did have to do the lewd for the. But he's going to give him 2 sparks back because he's not there. That's the druid. I got the 2 standees mixed up there. Okay, so we're here. We're going to do this Den of Thieves. We need to elude with a 4, but we get -1 die. So we're going to use our Vanish ability, and I'm going to spend his sparks rather than fighting that. I'm going to spend a spark to get 2 dice. I just need 1 success of a 4 or better. Let's hope he makes it. We throw dice all over the place. He's got a 4, so he made it, and a 6. So we succeeded at that. Sorry, just picking up the fallen die. We succeeded this. We only needed 1 success. So we're going to get a treasure chest, which means a power. I'm just going to use it right away. And this is complete. Because you know, a power is useful. And just so you know how I know that, again, if you're new to the game, treasure chest right here, discard at any time to draw a new power card. Well, I'm discarded immediately. I never understood why you wouldn't. I guess you could trade it to somebody, but let's see what he gets. Diversion. Spend 1 secrecy to negate the effects of 1 blight in your location until the necromancer ends a turn here. Until the necromancer ends a turn here. Huh. That's interesting. Okay, so spend a secrecy to negate the effects of 1 blight in your location until the necromancer ends a turn here. Ends a turn in that location? Maybe. Now I could go down to 2 secrecy, or 1 secrecy, and he'd be heading toward us again. I don't think that's a great idea. But it's okay. I can't do that now anyway. I completed my turn. Okay. How I did, however, spend... I'm forgetting my bonuses. My Adrenaline Rush. Gain a spark when you spend a secrecy. We would definitely have done that, so I'm going to have another spark. We spent the secrecy to evade the Vengeful Spirit. Okay. That's the end of his turn. So now all I have left is the Druid, who is in the... ruins. So the Druid, the infestation, we can fight it, except I no longer have my animal companion with me. So I'm not very good at fighting. Let's draw his event card. Dark Champion. Oh my gosh. Compared to the Darkness track, it's in here. It's a Revenant. 5/4. Failure, lose a grace. Let's see. Exhaust visions. Exhaust after you draw an event. Discard the event card to discard it without effect. We're doing that. We're going to get rid of that without effect. And then what? Because I'm not in the best place. I could search there again, but I guess I could fight that. I just get 1 die though. And then I have to evade the Revenants again. Let's do it. I only need 2 successes. If he can get 1 now, it would be helpful. Or I could run. I could run away, go back to the forest. Let's just try. A 3. So we did not succeed there, and he wasted his turn. I should have ran. All right, that's the end of that for him. Except now he has to elude the Revenants. Now, normally he eludes with 2 dice, but he doesn't get to do that because of the evil presences there. But he does succeed at it, so he eludes the Revenants that are there, and he's okay. Now, I'm trying to take some chances so we can get ahead, but we're failing at that badly. Okay. So we're going to have the Darkness track go up to 16 then, because everybody's gone. We're going to put another time token on here. It's got 3 turns left to try and succeed at that. I don't know how we're going to do it. And then we're going to roll for the Necromancer. I'm sure he's going to see somebody, one of these 2 guys, right? He rolled a 1. He didn't see anybody, but, oh, moves to the village. Guess what? This blight's going into the monastery. It's going to be a taint. A taint goes into the monastery. This is really when you start knowing you're going to lose. I cannot gain. I have to destroy this. I can't pray there until I destroy that. That is awful. Wow. Well, it is what it is. Wow, that was really bad. Okay, so now I can't even do the prayer there right now until I destroy that. So we might as well try and go with someone there first. Wait, which means I'm going to go with... It doesn't matter who I go with. Neither of them have any powers. Neither of them have any sparks. It's just going to be a die roll there. Wow, they're both going to have to go until we get that done. Unless the rogue comes in and helps fight it. Okay, well, let's do that. We're going to take our turn. We're going to take the ranger's turn. He's not... No, we're going to take the enchanter's turn. She's not going to draw an event card. She's going to try and destroy the taint. If she fails, she'll lose a grace. But if she succeeds... we'll see. A 6! Oh my gosh, we got lucky there. She actually destroyed the taint. Boom. Now, because she's in the, let's see, she's down to a 2 secrecy now because she destroyed a blight in the monastery. Still loses the secrecy for it. So she's there, but that's good because now I'm going to take the ranger's turn. He is going to pray, and hopefully he gets, what is it? Hopefully he gets the 2 successes. Come on, we need 4s or more, right? 3 or better. Let's pray again. I got to remind myself. Pray is 3 or better. Come on, we can do it. Come on, come on. 3. At least he gets a grace back. So he's a 2, and all his powers are refreshed. But he did not succeed at doing this. It says increase by 2 or more. Oh, +2 if your grace increases by 2 or more from a single pray action, which it didn't. So we can go in there with the rogue and do a whole bunch of praying with our sparks and see if we can get 2 or more that way and gain 2 more clues there. That might be actually helpful. But those 2 turns are already gone by, just like that. Lickety split. Okay, next up we will go with the rogue. The rogue's going to draw a card. Dilemma. Draw a quest and roll 1 die to determine its location. Then draw another quest and roll 1 die to determine. Wow. Sometimes it seems as if the necromancer were everywhere at once. So 2 quests are going to come out. First we're going to draw one and pick a random location for it, unless it has one. Secret Convoy. We've got a lot of stuff to do there, so it's 4 turns. We need one success. We need to elude versus a 5. Each success is 1, or we get 1 success toward the quest, and if we fail, we lose a secrecy. If we complete, we get an artifact. If it expires, we gain more darkness. Rumors say the necromancer has located a powerful artifact, but hasn't transported it to his lair. Steal it from the convoy and claim it for your own. I'd love to. Okay, let's roll and see what we get. A 4. A 4 is going right where it's at. Might as well just stay there. It's gone into the forest there with the rogue. Man, he might stay there and do that. That's worth it. It's an artifact. Okay, and the next quest is going to be what? Let's see. Conflux. You need 2 successes, 5 turns. Fight versus 5. Each success is 1. Completed. Destroy all blights here. Oh, I hope this goes into the village. Expire. All heroes exhaust all powers. Dark powers are gathering in a huge maelstrom. This is an opportunity to inflict disproportionate damage to the necromancer's forces if you can do so before they converge. Okay, let's see where this one's going to go. Please, a 6, a 4. Wow, it is in the forest again. Holy moly, the forest has gone crazy on us here. Look at this forest. Got all kinds of stuff going on there. 2 quests. The Smuggler's Cove thing's there. It's just once this task is complete. Man, maybe I should have him hide 1 turn there and gain a bunch of secrecy so he can stay. Because if he gets an extra 2 secrecy when he stays there, up to 7 if he hides. And we haven't used the hide ability yet, I don't think. But the hide ability is here. Refresh your powers and gain 1 secrecy, so he'd gain 3 in 1 shot if he hides there. Well, that was his event, so what do you want to do with that information? I think we're going to hide. I think that's the best thing he can do. So he'll get his smuggler's network back. His secrecy will go 1, 2, 3, up to 5. Not likely to be found. And we don't get to do anything with these quests this turn, but he now has enough secrecy to do some things there. I think that was worth doing. Unfortunately, that's the end of his turn. And then we're going to go to the druid who I screwed up with last time. He is in the ruins. He's going to go. He's got 3 secrecy. He doesn't have the ability to do much here. He could hide as well, gain some secrecy, and then if still has to evade the revenants. But he get his abilities back. Well, let's draw his event card and see what it is. Patrols. Okay, it's darkness track is at a 16, so it's going to be here. It's a lich. 5/5 or we lose. Patient and tireless. They never stop searching. A 5 or a 5. We might as well. We're going to get to roll 1 die. We have nothing to defend ourselves with, so we might be leaving here. We'll see. A 3 and a 1. We did. So he is down to 0 grace. 0 grace. So that means he's got to move and get out of there. He has no way to do anything. So he's going to go. He's in his raven form, so he will go 1, 2 back to the monastery. I mean, it's all he can do, really. Man, that was rough. Because when he gets back there, he will get out of his raven form so he can heal next turn. As an action, he has to deactivate the raven form, though. So he's going to be there a couple turns now as a result of that. Oh well, but at least he got there. Okay, and that is everybody again. So we're now up to a 17. We're gonna. I'm pretty convinced we're gonna lose this game. But let's see. The Necromancer, he's probably not going to see anybody. It's very unlikely. And a 4, he does not see anybody, and he moves to. Oh, you know what? These don't belong. I rolled 4s, didn't I? These are both in the castle. Sorry. I was looking at here, but it's actually this one I need to look at. And that is where the Necromancer moves. He moves a 4 up there. So those two things are not in the forest. I'm glad I didn't take actions on him this turn. But I still think that we did the right thing with the rogue. Because now he can move and continue. Because remember, he can go up to 7. Yeah. Okay. Well, that wasn't the worst thing in the world, I guess. But let's see. I'm sorry I made that error. I was looking at this part of the board right here. It said 4, but actually the 4 out from the village is there. So both those quests are there. That's nuts. And of course, he's going to drop another blight there in the castle. So it's going to be a curse. A curse. I mean, I like to see things through to the end, but I'm not feeling good about this one. This is lose a grace on entering. Okay, so we're not going there anytime soon, and here's the artwork for it. There are now 4 blights up there. But he didn't see the didn't see the rogue. Oh man, wow. Okay, I think we'll pull off one more turn, then we'll call it a day. This is gonna be a long video. Hope you stuck with me. We'll do one more. Since we got 3 people in the monastery, it might go pretty quickly. I think what we're going to do is we're going to now pray with the enchanter. See if she can get 2 successes. She needs 2 3s or better. A 3 and a 4. We succeeded at that. So not only does she gain, well, she's at her maximum. That's not good. She has her power back. Woohoo! But more importantly, we go up to 7 clues. And she's there. So, I mean, this is important. We get the clues, we can go attack the Necromancer. Then we go to that's her. So she's done with her whopping 2 powers. Then we'll go to the Ranger. The Ranger, he should head out and start doing something. Maybe get up to the castle and take on those blights. He needs some health, though. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to pray there. Maybe we'll get lucky. A 6 and a 3, we did! We got very lucky. So he is up to 4 grace now. And boom, boom. We only need 1 more clue to know how to uncover a relic. How powerful is that? That's awesome. And that is his turn. So that was good. Now, we'll go with the druid next because the druid's in the monastery as well. The druid deactivates his raven form. So he's got no active forms right now. And that is that. It says action, deactivate all forms, optionally activate another form. We're not going to do that because we need to gain grace back, but as long as you're in those forms, you can't gain grace. So kind of a wasted turn for him, but that's it. Being that he's a 0, that's important. Okay, that's everybody again. Oh my god. No, we got the rogue. Okay, so the rogue's event is going to be Jinx. Spend 1 grace or turn all your dice rolls into 1s. Ignore rerolls for the rest of the turn. Your bag rips. A branch catches your belt. The horse loses its shoe. Something is wrong. Man, wow, that's rough. Wish I had a way to get rid of that. I mean, if I move, I could just gain more secrecy, and then I'll just I'm going to lose a grace here, though. I can either lose a grace, not do the thing, or I can go there, move, gain some secrecy, but lose a grace anyway because I'd roll a 1 on the elude check against the revenants. Well, as stupid as this might seem, I don't see an option. I can either stay there and search, but I'm going to roll a 1, so I'll fail, right? So we might as well join everybody and go up to 6, 7. Remember, we can, as an action, where is it? Bonus. No. Where's his bonus to do that? Oh, never mind. He doesn't go up to 7. Sorry. He just goes up to 6. Can't get any higher than 5 from traveling. His bonus, gain a spark when you spend a secrecy or use a stealth power. He did not do that. He just moved. Actually, what he'll do is he will exhaust. He's at 4 secrecy. He'll exhaust this again since it's live. Exhaust to move to an adjacent space. Gain 2 secrecy. That puts him up to 7. So now he's at full secrecy there, and he can move back out, but he's not going to lose a grace or anything. So all 4 players are currently in the monastery. How insane is that? But that's good, because he can say a prayer with and spend his sparks to pray. He will gain back more grace, because he can, and then he will gain that last clue for lucky, so we might do that. But that was the last player's turn, so now we go on to the necromancer. And he can't see anybody, so he's just going to move. Maybe. 1 is going to send him where? Let's see, a 3... 2, so he's going to stay there. 1 sends him to the swamp. That's good, because there's not too many. There's only 2 blights there, only 2. And there's going to vampires. He sent some vampires there. Vampires aren't that bad. Here they are. They only, you lose a grace if you fail. They're 4/4, so they're not too bad. All right, and there is the necromancer's turn. Oh, darkness track. Boom. And wait, wrong one. Sorry, darkness track goes up to 18. Then I have to put 2 quest tokens down, 3 quest tokens. There's 1 here. This one's going to fail out, I think. Then 1 on here, up there, and then 1 on the conflux as well. I don't know how we're probably going to lose all of those. Man, that's going to be really bad on us, isn't it? If that happens, especially that conflux. We really got to get up there and take care of the conflux. Don't know how. We'll see. Okay. That's the end of the turn. Well, I think that's a good place to leave it then, right? We're in a big spot of trouble. We're probably close to either winning or losing at this point. I think we're going to lose, but he's only 2 turns away from getting another dark power from the darkness deck. And we are in trouble, but there are a lot of stuff that's happened. It's just not helping us get... Well, we're 1 clue away from being able to pick up a relic. So the idea of bringing 3 relics back to the monastery is probably dead. Well, it is dead. We don't have the time. But we can then maybe take the rogue with all his sparks or something and go ambush him. I don't know. We'll see how this plays out. We need to heal up the rogue, and the rogue can go get the relic and then take it after the necromancer and go get him. Maybe that's how we win. We'll find out, though. Remember, he has to roll a 6. It's going to be tough. Okay, y'all. Thanks. Take care, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.